Humans who appreciate hear you when you are silent, see you when you cannot recognize yourself, searching for you when you are hiding from the world. Understand what you do not say. Feel when you cannot perceive yourself. Written in one word for understanding, separately together, related to oneself, conceived in an illusion, honest, ironic, or cheerful, chained in emotions. Presence reveals its light, how much life is inside. You have the epiphanies to open the door, to take a step into life, knowing that presence guides your way. It is your miracle that changes time and space, your vision that transforms, appears quietly and creates magic. You are a beautiful spirit of the universe, a worthy present to live. And humanity reminds you to trust with reflection the secret love within you. Synchronicities are the language of life, experienced in a moment of awakening, pausing, sensing how time widens and the light in you ignites. Peace in truth, in authentic connection with yourself, creates space, blissful joy. Thoughts are always going somewhere and nowhere at the same time and are not able to find, because the familiar in us feels so strange. blind date with life, my friends. What is it that flows, streaming through us? It is about the reconnection to the spirit that gives us the impulse to get a differentiated view that is forgotten, about the tragedy of how to know. When we go our own ways with openness and thereby not only encounter ourselves, but are also pleasantly surprised when, as if from nowhere, a human gesture is touched from an unknown friendly smile that mirrors us, it allows a space to perceive, a feeling within us, and experience how much energy it can give and set free a new kind of knowing. What's the difference between picture and image? A picture we evolve receives from language that presents metaphorical views. Am I really seeing something differently each time? Or am I reading what I see in various ways? So images therefore do not have a single sense, but can include plural meanings depending on the perspective from which one looks at it. Whether you play a role or you want to let your art shine from within. Together with ethics, it shares the transcendentality of logic. Certainly not a text between the lines, but because our mind finishes the sentence. Vital values to communicate, engage, and live authentically, to look at intention as a way to manifest an attitude. A consciousness of what would happen if we did not any longer regard the barriers we have set ourselves as universally valid. When you draw a picture in your mind and let it be alive in the awareness of the feeling, enthusiasm that reflects the inner spirit of those who carry this honesty in their hearts. With our creation, we ask consciousness to remind us what we have forgotten about ourselves until intuition's knowledge begins. It has a purpose that you are in the world right now, at this moment in time, to achieve a unique transformation for yourself and for all other human beings with your presence and talents. You are more capable and powerful than you believe. If you have a vision of who you are, there goes an elegance along with knowing. Consciousness turning into experience. Not followers, but people on their own path by your side. That's the difference between a fan and a friend. Could it be that this is because you are still alive to fill the space at this point? Do you feel overwhelmed when someone tells you that you are intelligent, humorous, confident, and loving? Is this intimacy with yourself too close, too intense? Because it reveals a space you never had or never allowed yourself to have? Human beings, travelers on planet Earth. The journey continues.